Good news from the United States of America. Nathaniel Ezekiel has set a new national record in the men's 400 meters hurdles. And it's another weekend when leadership at the top of the English Premier League is expected to change hands. Defending champions Manchester City will go 2 points clear over Arsenal if they beat Luton on Saturday, while the Gunners wait to face former manager Unai Emery at Aston Villa. Back home, the Nigeria Football Federation, NFF, has reappointed Manu Garba as head coach of the national under-17 team, the Golden Eaglets, 11 years after he won the World Cup. This is Saturday Morning Sports on TVC News. And joining me in the studio this morning is Kosi. How are you this morning?
Good morning, Jane.
And of
Thank
course,
you for having
a whole
me
lot of things. Manu
Yeah.
Garba returning, Euro games, many things to look forward to this Saturday.
Yeah, many things to look forward to, the games, and also Manu Garba. Big news for Nigeria as a whole.
Well, of course, has trended on the social media, since yesterday. Well, let's start with the European Club football continues as various leagues are on the home stretch of their campaigns. Here is a preview of the top leagues.
Needed a goal, like they need one now. And Mohamed.
Premier League action returns this weekend with Spurs away at Newcastle United as Ange Postecoglou's men continue their chase for UEFA Champions League football next season. Defending champions and title chasers Manchester City will square up against Luton Town at the Etihad Stadium with expectations on Rodri being rested following the midfielder's complaint of needing rest. Manchester United will continue an unlikely pursuit of European football next season as they face a stern test at Bournemouth. On Sunday, Liverpool will seek to rebound from the horror showing against Atalanta as they host Crystal Palace to keep their title hopes alive. The weekend's biggest game will see Arsenal's title credentials severely tested by Aston Villa.
It's really good, and we want to carry on going. It's the most beautiful part of the season coming up right now. Very busy schedule. And on Sunday we're going to have a really tough one against a really good side, and we're going to have to be really good to beat them.
The Gunners are unbeaten in 2024 and will go into the match on the back of a thrilling 4-goal stalemate against Bayern Munich in the UEFA Champions League.
We always try to use things in our advantage. We don't know what they are going to do, and there is nothing that we can control. They still won last night, and they are a really, really good side. So we know the danger, and we know our strengths as well, and try to do what we have to do to win it. Well, what they've done, obviously, since Unai come in, he's made a huge impact at the club in terms of performances and consistently unbelievable what they are doing. They're still in European competition. They played last night, so really impressed with what they've done.
In the Spanish La Liga, Real Madrid visit Real Mallorca on Saturday looking to keep their La Liga plate spinning amid their enthralling Champions League battle with Premier League champions Manchester City. Barcelona will go into the contest at Cadiz, confident having won a 5-goal thriller against PSG midweek. In the Italian Serie A, UEFA Champions League chasing Bologna will face Monza, while AC Milan will seek to rebound from their Europa League loss when they battle Sassuolo away from home. Table toppers Inter Milan will seek to move a step closer to the title when they host Cagliari at the Giuseppe Meazza Stadium.
All right. Okay, so Kosi Sochukwu, coming back from an eventful, midweek where we saw very interesting Champions League games, and now we have these guys on a 3-horse race for the title in the EPL. Luton are fighting for survival, but then they face a very desperate City. Arsenal also, in the guns for this weekend. Liverpool, everyone. Arsenal playing Aston Villa. And fifth on the table. Yeah. That's a very interesting game to look forward to also, because they would want to move beyond fifth and all that. But how dramatic do you think the EPL would be this weekend?
Well, EPL is always dramatic. And talking about the end of the season, everybody is fighting for something. If you are fighting for survival, and some people are fighting for European places. Arsenal take on Aston Villa. Aston Villa actually struggling to keep a hold because there's a chance the number 5th place can be in the Champions League next season. So they have the opportunity to be there. So they will bring their all. And remember, last season and earlier this season, they gave Arsenal a run for their money. So Arsenal are out for revenge also. Arsenal were underwhelming against Bayern Munich. Everybody expected them to have that one over Bayern Munich, but it wasn't going to be so. But Liverpool, Surprisingly, they lost 3-0 to Atlanta, so they will be looking to put their foot right against Crystal Palace this weekend. And Manchester City went to Bernabeu with the whole antics of the Spanish champions. Were able to get a good result in the Spanish capital. So they will be out to get at Luton. And Haaland, criticism, he has to do something big this weekend.
Right, and Barca play Mallorca sometime in the week, and then, I mean, despite the fact that Bayern Munich are more than 10 points behind Xabi's Bayer Leverkusen, I think they're still Munich, and we have to give them that respect. I mean, saying that Arsenal are underwhelmed, you know, in that game would mean that we've lost all complete respect for Bayern Munich. But then we move on from there. The concept of video assistant referee introduced in football at the 2018 World Cup has come to stay. But how much has it helped to raise error in football remains a subject of controversy. And Rugby League first used a video referee in 1996 before the Rugby Union introduced television match official in 2001. Tennis implemented the Hawkeye at the US Open in 2006. However, it was not until 2018 before FIFA.
Doing so good. It reduced corruption in the football activities. To me, I love it.
Correct.
Nowadays, we are in the time of technology. So we need something that can help. We need a technology that can help also the referee, because the referee cannot see everything on the field, in the field.
They do help, because most of the times the referee might not see the error or the forces
around decision makings and all that. That has also fueled more talking points after the game, post-match topics and post-match controversies and all that. But give and take, the whole essence of these they are just technologies. And I think with time it will improve.
Sometimes you see a clean goal, but VR will disallow it. Or sometimes the VR will do something nice, but the center referee, with his own power, will not answer the VR. Just like the last Champions League game, Arsenal versus Man City, where Bukayo Saka had the penalty offense there, but the center referee did not answer the VAR.
Football enthusiasts are divided on the impact of VAR in football. But one thing is certain. The technology is here to stay in football. Well, this is a very interesting one, because while we all celebrated the introduction of VAR to football, haven't seen it in other sports like cricket, rugby, tennis and all that. And there has seemed to be, insatiable discussion among the fans, because speaking to people yesterday, someone said, sometimes when it favors your teams, like VAR is good, but when it denies you a goal or a red card to a player, but the issue becomes, when we say EFAB needs to improve on VAR, how much of this improvement are we talking about?
I've always said the idea is nice. I just say the implementation of it is the wrong thing about it. So, but we're in a learning process, and we'll continue learning. We'll make mistakes. And one of the reasons for bringing this semi-automated offside rule is to curb the time. Because we complain about it taking long to make a decision about it. So we need it to be fast, and for the VAR to make a decision quicker.
It has appointed former Under-17 World Cup winner Manu Garba as the head coach of the Under-17 team known as the Golden Eaglets. Garba previously led the Golden Eaglets to Nigeria's fourth World Cup glory at the 2013 edition of the FIFA Under-17 World Cup in UAE. His Golden Eaglets team at the time included Kelechi Iheanacho, Taiwo Awoniyi, Isaac Success, among others. The former Nigerian international will immediately resume the role and take charge of the team's preparations for next month's WAFU B Under-17 Championship taking place in Ghana. And sprinter Favour Ofili has qualified for the 200 meters of the 2024 Paris Olympic Games. Ofili, who is the African record holder in the 200 meters, secured her place automatically after winning the event at Tom Jones Invitational in Florida. The Nigerian ran a time of 22.33 seconds to beat Anvia Bato, who came second. Also at the event at the University of Florida, Portamila Ezekiel Nathaniel has set a new national record in the 400 meters hurdles. Ezekiel ran a brilliant 48.28 seconds to come third and break the old record and affirm his 2024 Olympics place. And that's all we have for you this morning on Saturday Morning Sports. Thank you very much, Kosi Sochukwuike, once again for being here with us to make a very interesting input in the program. And remember to join us also on our various social media platform. On YouTube, it is TVC News Nigeria, and on X and Instagram, it is TVC News NG. Bye for now.